Greetings, class, and welcome once again to Horror 101. Again, like always, I am your humble teacher and guide, Professor Macabro. Tonight, since I'm going with this vampire theme, we will look at one more adaptation from Bram Stoker's novel. We already looked at the horrifying original version, Nosferatu. We already looked at the Bela Lugosi version. But what happens when someone wants to adapt both? Give us more backstory into Dracula. Give us the sexy vampire, but also show us how much of a monster he can be. Well, you get Bram Stoker's Dracula with Keanu Reeves, Gary Oldman, and Winona Ryder. Yes, this one tries to be very faithful to the book, but also it gives it a very interesting artistic feel. A lot of people I have heard describe this one as a very bizarre movie, but I get it because of the way that the book is structured. Other people have mentioned that it is too sexualized, and there are some scenes that might lead people to believe in that, and others just, surprisingly enough, outright dismiss it because it's too out of the box. Personally, I rather enjoy what this movie did. For the most part, it has a very good cast. Like I said, it has Gary Oldman playing the titular vampire Dracula. And in this one, they actually give him an origin, inspired by Vlad Tempest, who went to the Crusades, came back, and found his love dead. Committed suicide because she thought that he had died in the war. So in a fit of anger, he curses to the sky and has cursed himself to be a vampire. Mina Harkin is actually the reincarnation of his lost love, which is what propels Dracula to visit London to track her down. While Winona Ryder plays Mina and Keanu Reeves plays Jonathan Harker. Now, you could say that Keanu Reeves was a bit miscast here, but for what he does, he's not that bad. Anthony Hopkins is also in it, playing the legendary vampire hunter Van Helsing. He is very good in this, I felt. The special effects are pretty good, showcasing Dracula turning into a horrifying man-bat kind of thing. Yes, the special effects are really good, I thought, in this one. It's a very faithful adaptation. Like I said, taking cues from the novel very well. And Gary Oldman tries to be a more suave vampire. He doesn't elevate himself and his performance to the Bela Lugosi interpretation. So he's somewhere in the middle between Nosferatu's Count Orlok and Dracula's Bela Lugosi's Dracula's. Yes, his interpretation is very cool, very interesting. The only thing that a lot of people complain about is that there is a very significant switch. Well, in the novel, Dracula is always this horrifying old man. He only starts off that way at the beginning. At the beginning, he starts off as a horrifyingly decrepit old man, but then regains his youth when he travels to London. Now, a lot of people might not know this, but if you're a fan of the movie, you do. But Monica Bellucci has a very, very good part in this. It's very short, but she plays one of Dracula's vampire brides that goes after Keanu Reeves. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. So all in all, for the most part, the acting is pretty good. The writing is based on the novel, so I enjoyed that part a lot. And the special effects are really good. It's not so much horror, it's more like they built it and they did it more like a romantic movie, where Dracula is trying to reconnect with his long-lost love, and finds a second chance at love with Mina. However, this Dracula does not want to curse her to a life of sucking people's blood, so he does a noble sacrifice and kills himself, which is the complaint a lot of people have. Dracula is a monster, and this one tried to humanize him. Again, I have no problems with that. I enjoyed the movie quite a bit. So Bram Stoker's Dracula gets a score of A. I will admit, I am a bit impartial when it comes to this because I enjoy vampire movies and I enjoy the Dracula mythos. But this is my class, and I get to give out the scores. A for Bram Stoker's Dracula. There is one more movie adaptation from the Bram Stoker film. The Bram Stoker novel that was adapted to a film, but I have not been able to find a copy of the Hammer adaptation. But you can rest assured that once I'm able to get a copy, we will talk about it in class. Till then, good eve.